I know people don't like the palm trees. Ooh, 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 when they show up in their life is.
What is going on? All right, let's see. Let me go to here. All right. That's about right. Morning. Just setting up. Just setting up. Mirror this bad boy. Get this live going. Let's see. Josiah, what's up, homeboy?
What up?
Well, it is official. Descaled will have a music channel on Spotify or Apple on iPhone or
music channel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've been wondering about how the whole AI music industry is gonna work.
Well, for people that's trying to make money, it may not go very well for them.
Yeah, I'm right. Because I can imagine somebody making a song that people genuinely like. Imagine an AI song gets #1 on charts. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
What happens then? Like, there
are some already, bro. There's a couple
on charts.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah. They get paid. Like it's a thing now. So especially like. Hold on, I'll be back. I gotta go do something with my wife, but I'll be right back.
Hey, did you get my text, bro?
Yeah. I already took care of that.
Oh,
there's no way they're getting a reward though at the music awards or something like that.
Hold on.
The shirt. I know.
All right.
So pre-treat.
Let's see.
No pre-treat.
Yeah. So basically, what's going on is, you have to play pretty much 50% or more role to like AI not getting all the credit or something like that, which that makes sense. I get that. So you just gotta, if you just let AI do everything, like write it, create it and all that, then that's probably not the way you want to go about it.
Yeah.
But
it's just crazy. Like, out of all the AI systems, like when it comes to like AI video or AI music, I feel like the AI music is right now the best one. Like how good it's able to make a song and make it sound like it's written by a person is insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wrote a few of them myself, but I wrote the entire thing, and I just got AI to what's it called to put it to format it or whatever it's called. Pop up. Alex,
they're gonna have to make some serious laws here in a bit, bro.
Well, it might get to a point.
Getting out of hand.
It might get to a point where, you don't want AI to do everything. One day you'll definitely have to pay at least a company. Yeah, you don't want AI to do everything. Absolutely not. Okay, so guys, did Descaled pop up for anybody? Josiah, did you know I was live because it popped up? Did you get a notification?
I did shot.
I saw YouTube before I saw TikTok. I don't know if you started YouTube first.
Yeah. I started YouTube first today. Yeah.
All right.
No, I didn't get a notification though.
Yeah. Who is that?
I was just waiting for you to go live. So
Roz said, no, my spirit said come, and I can't. Roz stupid, bro. Yeah. Jay Spazin got notified. So, Alex, it seems like half the people got notified and the other half didn't. So
I don't think I have my TikTok notifications on though.
it might help.
You're gonna get notified, buddy.
Yeah, it might help. Yeah.
Well, it's because I deleted off my phone and then I downloaded it again in the morning because I don't be on the rails. Like that's why I have to delete all Instagram and TikTok because if not, I'll just be scrolling for hours.
You just control yourself, bro. Control.
I know,
yourself.
bro. That's how I control myself by
People
just going ahead and deleting
people
it.
tell me all the time. They're like, "No, I gotta delete it," and I'm like, "I don't gotta delete it." Like,
you can just get off. Like what?
yeah. Like, listen, bro. Listen. When I first started playing around with TikTok, 20 to 30 minutes would go by like that. I'd be like, God damn, I'd be like, I've been on this thing 30 minutes. Holy crap. So, bro, I put a timer on my phone. I'll get on it. Biden for president 2032. Well, if he wins for 2032, it won't be, I mean, his body may be in the White House, but he won't be president. So that shows me you don't want Biden to be president. You want whoever's going to sign his paperwork to be president. Who is that going to be? Just keep it real. Who was that?
Is that the white shirt?
Yeah. He's got the auto pen. He'll be. He does have the auto pen, no doubt. But who's making all the other decisions? Let's see. What's this person's name? Nathan. Who's making all the other decisions for Biden? Because he's not going to be able to make one. Have you not seen him lately, bro? They put him on a talk show. He's worse than he was. I don't know how you could get worse, but he's worse. Okay. I wish him the best health. I don't wish those kind of issues on anybody, you know. But as far as president is concerned, honestly, I think, let me see, how old is my niece? She might be 8 or 9. I think she could do a better job, honestly. No offense.
My 3-year-old. Both fits, he'd do better.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Your 3-year-old can't do better, bro. Okay. Stop. No, that's ridiculous. Not my 8-year-old niece. The idea of a 3-year-old. Okay, you know what? The live is going to be about, can a 3-year-old be you know what? I can't believe you just brought this topic up.
Hey, I'll let him have a conversation with you.
Dang, yeah. Oh, my bad. I've been proven wrong before. My bad. Okay, I apologize.
Nah. Anyway,
Yeah.
About what you were saying, with the music stuff, I like on my aspect or from my side, I couldn't find anyone to do the music stuff. Like that wasn't charging an insane amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like I don't really have time anymore to sit down and take the time to do that right now. Maybe in the future, but anyway. And so this, I mean, that kind of helped. So far has helped a lot. Cause I already have a lot of lyrics. I'm like, I just need them in song form. In any kind of song form.
Yeah. Gene, what's going on, man? Yeah, so Descaled will have, and I know everybody's still like, well, where's the book and where's the podcast and where's the guys? We had technical difficulties for the podcast thing, but that will be happening sooner than later. And then the book, I'm not going to be able to start working on that again, like I said, till December, January. I'm telling you, it's not going to be till mid next year, because when it's cold, I'll be able to come in here and just stay in here and then get it done. And if something happens where it doesn't get done, I will be actually kind of surprised, honestly, because most of it is pretty much done already. Did Dre like my video idea involving other denominations? I don't know if he liked your video idea or not, but we definitely ain't doing that. You can ask him. You can bring that up to him yourself. Yeah, cause you're trying to troll, bro. Descaled is not about like hating other denominations. You got to remember, like other denominations, there are going to be legitimate Christians in those denominations.
It's on the. I thought you said you didn't need those.
I don't know. I thought I said mute yourself. Let me see.
Who was that? Me? Oh, sorry, y'all. My bad.
This guy. This dude right here. Yeah. So anyhow, what I was gonna say was, I don't even know where what I was gonna say is, Descaled is going to have a music channel. So we're gonna upload music to either Spotify, and we're really trying to get on Apple Music, honestly. But if we have to put it on Spotify, then we will. So, and well, there's enough people in here for me to. So the first song, I don't know if it's gonna whose music, my music. I'm writing it. Me and Dre will be. I'm sure CJ will write some of it, but the majority of it will be written by me and Dre. I don't know. Is that what you mean by whose music? So I'm about to play a song that I wrote, and right now it's called Disciple, but I could change the song to Descaled. But right now the song's called Disciple. So there's enough people in here. I'll play. I'm gonna play it real quick and probably play it one more time later. But this might be the first song uploaded. Dr. Dre. That's right, Dr. Dre. All right, let me know what y'all think, man. I'm gonna play that bad boy. Now remember, the podcast theme song is not going to be too rappy. Okay, we're trying to reach everybody, not just people who like rap. All right, but this song's kind of rappy. So pay attention. Some of it goes fast.
People read the black letters on the white pages, but they don't see them. But the shadows are their brightest day, but to them they are dim. As a teacher, it's easy to get others to see, but as a hater, all you can do is ridicule me. Well, I command those blind eyes to see, those deaf ears to hear, and that dumb mouth to speak. Clearly in the past 20 years, it hadn't said a thing. Many will say, Lord, Lord, in that great day. But you better have the right gift if you want to stay. Jesus will do the same to you as he did to them on the road to Emmaus. Starting from Moses through the prophets, he will open the scriptures concerning himself. Will your heart burn then? The answer is no, your chances now. Moses and the prophets are speaking now. Become the scale before it's too late. You're swimming in the sea with the king of pride. Trust me, it's not a fun ride. Your heart has been dry for too long. Let the net of God pull you from this Dead Sea before the hook of God damns you stay. The choice is yours. Allow the love of God to pull you out with no doubt. Submerged into this living water. You will start off as a toddler. Watch the transformation take place as the tree of life comes alive inside of you. Now your belly no longer filled with dust. Rather rivers of living water. Then you become weaned as your disciple. As a teacher, you will now see what it's like to receive hate as Jesus did, receiving revelation from spirit causes even your brothers in Christ to mock. Don't believe for a second you were any different than your brother Joseph. He spoke revelation, his own brethren laughed and mocked. Don't forget about Cain, Abel. One was hated and murdered. Don't get it twisted, your own brethren are doing the same. Satan is to blame, don't forget it. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. It is the king of pride who is to blame. After these things, love becomes easy. Use this energy to open the scriptures, cause people's hearts to burn. Make disciples be the tree of life. Take the land, remove the sand. Every belly is yours to fill with that living water. Take the sword in the left hand and play that harp like you in the band. Utilizing God's hand, that rod of God. That's right, the rod of God. Who was in Moses' hand, who was sent to free God's people from the land. Moses did no miracles, it was the rod in his hand. Look back, think the 10 plagues were because of the rod. Think back to the Red Sea. Moses was in fear and crying. He went to God, forgetting what was in his hand. God's response was simple. Why you crying to me? Take the rod, the Red Sea split. Over and over again, the rod proved itself to be the authority of God. When the vipers came, it was the brazen serpent on the rod that became the aim. Joshua only won the battle because the rod was lifted up once again. When Christ came, he said all authority was given to him. Did he have a rod? He was the rod who was sent to free God. People from the land here once again, so disciple take a stand. Have no fear, gird thy loins like a man. After the death, burial, and resurrection, iron rod was given to you. Like Moses, it's not you that does the miracles, it's the iron rod in your hand. Now go, open the blind eyes, open the deaf ears, make the lame walk in the dumb to speak. Be bold, you are no longer weak. Now go, make disciples in all the nations. Don't waste time arguing about philosophy and titles. Use the iron rod to understand the Bible. Open the scriptures, allow God to show you the shadows. With the iron rod, he will share a secret. You can be 100-fold. Truth be told, don't settle for less. You have been given authority from the best. Now go. Now go.
Now remember, not everybody likes the same kind of music, but I went rappy with it this time. So, matter of fact, music video. Oh yeah, we'll make a music video. So give me a scale 1 to 10, 10 being straight fire, or if you just think it's fire, just put a fireball. And be honest. And again, not everybody likes, super rappy. That's why I'm going to throw a bunch of cellos in there just to kind of like dim down the rappiness, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I got some 8s, some 7s, which is good. I got some fireballs over here in YouTube. Yeah, as long as we got some 6s and 7s. 6, 7. I'm just kidding. I can't help it. I don't know what to say. Oh, we got 1 10. Well, fireball is a 10, but somebody actually put some 10s in there. But yeah, so we'll either on Spotify or or on iMusic, we'll have a channel on there. And then we're going to start uploading music to that, Jonathan said 7, just being honest, and I'm not a Christian rap guy. Yeah, no, Jonathan, trust me. I 100% struggled with the outcome, like the genre or how the song was going to be made. And at first, I want to say years ago, I kind of had a problem with Christian rap myself, man, because rap has been used to like just be so ugly. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, there was definitely years ago, and I kind of came over that hill and I said, okay, I get it. It's not easy to get, though, because like I said, rap music has been used to, for people to be so like ugly to one another. It is kind of. Yeah. Let's see. Slow the beat down just a little bit. Why, Sando? Why do you want the beat to be slower? You want the song to go slower altogether? Yeah, that's right where you're at. Yeah. No, I know. You have to listen to the words. That's what helped me. That's what Gene just said. Gene literally just said that he's not a Christian rap person either, but listen to the words and how it was put together. Yeah. Yeah, so I can cruise to it in my... You want that sucker to go slower, bro, so you can cruise to it, bro? That's funny. That's fun. I mean, there's going to be slower songs on there, obviously.
Got some.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It took me a minute to work through it because, growing up, rap music was, it was just, the lyrics are crazy, bro. So like when I first started hearing like a person using rap for like Christian music, I was like, bro, it was a big turnoff. Period. It was a big, it did not it did not draw me to the song more because it was rap. I literally was like, I ain't listening to that. Like, what the heck? It's just weird. It's just weird because you go back and listen to the rap music that was on the radio, and all that stuff was watered down. It was watered down because rap music on the radio, it takes out, or it did back in the day, it took out all the cuss words. So when I would hang out with my friends, like after school, they would have the track, the actual CD or tape or whatever they had, and I would hear the cuss words. And I'm like, whoa. And they would laugh at me like, how do you not know that's what he says? I'm like, I don't know. On the radio, he just says this. And they're like, yeah, bro, they cut out all the cuss words. And I in a way, I was like, I'm actually kind of glad they took out all the cuss words. Like, I like the song without the cuss words. Like, it didn't make me like it more. So it was kind of weird to have to hear a rap song and someone tell me, "Oh, that's Christian." Yeah. So I'm right there with it. But I went ahead and went rappy with it. Now, I love country music, so obviously I know not everybody in here does, but I do. I love it very much. And there will definitely be some of that around the corner. And I like classical music, and I like rock. I like all the sounds of music. That's just me. So there'll be a little bit of everything on there. All right. So I don't know, Dre, you here yet, or? Do you like rap? Sure.
I don't know if he's here.
He's probably not here yet. He's probably not here. Let me see what this does. And God, it keeps throwing that out there. How many? 21? Let's give it a whirl. All right, guys, let's see if we can get this thing completed. It won't let me.
Is it the heart? Because
Yeah.
you already got 29 and you only got 33 people.
Oh my God, dude.
That was a bad choice.
No. It didn't let me choose this time. Number one, and the past, I want to say past 5 or 10 times that this has been popping up, it's only been giving me that option.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's kind of like telling me, if you're going to play, you have to do this one. And I have purposely not been playing this one.
Yeah, because for the longest, we were purposely withholding our hearts. We just started giving them back.
Yeah. No, it's all right.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about playing that purple game that TikTok gives us. And also I played that song on the live just now, Dre. You didn't respond to my message. And you weren't.
What was the review?
We got, I think the lowest I saw were 6s. We got, if I counted correctly, we got 1 6, 2 7s, I think 4 8s, 4 9s, 5 or 6 10s, and a couple of fireballs.
Whoever gave it 10, shame on you, because that means there's no room for improvement.
I know that's right.
Hey, dang.
My
man.
heifer.
Can y'all hear me? I guess not.
This is it. I can feel it.
I can't hear none of y'all. Man, dick.
You know what? It's gonna be like that movie, Judge Dredd. We're gonna have like, what are they? Remember in Judge Dredd they had like the animated toilet, and if you said a curse word, you were fined right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. He's like, you know, he says the bad word, but he's like, dang it. And it's like, you have been fined 2 quotas or whatever it says. And
remember,
he's like, how do you, he goes, hey guys, how do you use the 3 seashells? And and that one guy that plays in all the Adam Sandler movies, the one that always says, you can do it. He's there and he busts out laughing. He's like, he doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. And he goes up to the machine and he just starts speaking vulgarities. And it's like, it's basically giving him toilet paper. And he pulls all of them out and he's like, what about it? What about that movie?
No, I'm just saying that apparently the prime minister of Albania is AI. So I'm saying, like, if that's true, pretty soon everything's going to be AI. Like Judge Dredd, you're going to have the cops judge. That's going to be AI. Even when he was going to, you know, consummate a relationship with a young lady, he had to AI. Do it overhead. He was trying to, like, you know, he tried to touch her. She's like, ew, don't touch me. This is not how we do this. Put these goggles on.
She was like, we no longer exchange bodily fluids, is what she said.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I want to do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know the way he is. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Yeah.
Have you heard? I know you got some weird friends, I'm sure, that are into this kind of stuff. But have you heard, like, if there's like an attack, electronic attack, remember what it's called, the EDP or EPP or something like that? Like the only cars that will function is like prior to 1970s, like old Cadillacs, old Broncos, and apparently a lot of the NASA employees, all the NASA employees have like really old cars, and they did like a documentary on this, and EMP, there you go, thank you. So like they have like really old cars because the NASA employees know that if like something pops off, you're stuck. If you have a car that has an alternator or whatever, like you're some sort of a computer, you're stuck. There's no functioning. So
I want to say
the NASA employees have old cars.
I want to say, bro, it's some of the 90s cars will still be fine, bro. Some of them, like the beginning.
No, I don't think none of them.
1990? Hold on. All right.
None of them.
Hold on.
Bro.
What about 1989, bro?
Watch, I'm gonna show you because I did this research already. I'm like, okay, I need to get an old car.
A 1989 vehicle won't work.
Watch, I'm gonna.
Let me just say this. All right, let me just say this, bro. Let me just say this. I had a black Z71 short wheelbase, a 95, 95 black Z71 short wheelbase 95. I did everything on that truck. I don't recall any like computer thing that could have shut that truck down. I'm not saying it's not there, but
so here you go. Pre-computer vehicles are the only ones that will be resistant to.
Say it again. Say it again. Pre what?
Pre-computer vehicles. Okay. So it says before 1980. So cars and trucks built before 1980, especially pre-1975. So meaning there's still some between 75 and 80 that will still fall short. Use mechanical fuel pumps, carburetors instead of electronic fuel injectors, and point and condense ignition systems instead of computer ones. So the car has to be mechanical fuel pump, number one. It has to have a carburetor, number two, and number three, the points and condenser ignition systems instead of a computer one. Okay, so like
Go ahead.
1960 to 1970 Ford F1s, Chevy C10 pickups, 1970 Jeep CJ5s or CJ7s, pre-1980 Volkswagen Beetles, classic 4x4 Toyota FJ40s, Land Cruisers, stuff like that.
So, okay, so they're saying basically if you got a vehicle that is 1979 or older, you should be good.
No, you're not good. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, older. Yeah. Older. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, which means there are some 1980s, some that will be good. But what I think what they're doing is they're trying to put you in a category where they know that you should be good. So basically, 1979 or older.
Yeah. So like, there's cars in the 1980s, obviously that had carburetors, but they also had mechanical fuel pumps from 1980 moving forward. So if your fuel pump is mechanical, you're done. It's not gonna work. No gas gonna pump.
Man.
Or I'm sorry, if it doesn't have a mechanical fuel pump, if it's carbureted, fuel injected, you're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's interesting because NASA employees almost all of them have like old cars. If you watch, like, go look at their parking lot and stuff like that, like this old Novas and old Chevy Chevelles and
they're
like
all 70 and they're all 79 or older.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, they got like the old school Bronco. A lot of them have the old school. If you notice the old school Bronco, if you go look right now, like try to find a 1970 Ford Bronco, they're freaking through the roof, bro. Expensive.
Yeah.
They have the older cars are doing a comeback right now.
Yeah. Guys, don't forget to tap that screen. The past few days, we've had literally like, I want to say, I don't know, 10 or 15,000 the entire live. I think everybody's forgetting to tap. I know it's boring. I'm sorry that that this game is has to be participated with. But we just got to participate with that bad boy.
You see, Big Net said $30K plus for one of them cars nowadays, bro.
For what?
They're that expensive.
Let me say this, guys. Also, if you got one of those little things that, listen, after you do about 2 or 3K, you need to stop using it. Okay, AI's that smart. All right, it's that smart. So once you get about 3K, you need to turn that sucker off. Wait a couple hours and do another one. But I don't think you can do more than 5 or 10K. But you just need to turn that sucker on, and you can't just leave it on there and be like, I got 50K. Like, I mean, come on. You're hurting the algorithm at that point. You're not helping. And I know there's at least 10 people that have that toy. So I may see 50, 60, 80,000, but TikTok sees 12, right? Because they're basically
TikTok sees cheater.
Yep. And they're like, you have been dismissed from the algorithm.
You have jumped the gun. Now you are disqualified.
Yeah, now you are disqualified. Good job. You are the weakest link. What is that? Man, did y'all have some strong wind over there the other day, Dre?
Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I ain't lying.
20, 30 miles an hour.
Oh.
Down goes Frazier. That pool about to be shaking and baking right now. See, if Trot really had the spirit of God, he would just say, stop, be still, and the winds would stop blowing.
Do what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Told you to speak to the wind.
Speak to the wind?
Yeah, I said if you really had the anointing, you would just speak to the wind and say, be still.
No.
And it would just stop.
No, why do I want it to be still? I want it to be there.
Because I don't think you. It's not about you, brother. It's about everybody else. Okay? Other people's houses are falling apart.
Okay. My house, bro. What are you talking about, bro? I filed a complaint on this wind that came through here, destroyed so much of the house. And I told you, I talked to you about this earlier. Like, so,
So we are told to build our houses on a firm foundation. So, I mean, it's not really.
Yeah.
Yalla.
Yeah. On a firm foundation. I know we are. It's talking spiritually, though. I could build mine on a house. I can make an ark and live on that bad boy. It'll be all right.
I know people that live on houseboats in Florida, like year round. Like that's their house is a houseboat.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that, bro.
I mean, you know what? If you lived in that area, you know what I mean? And like you're used to that, like that you're used to that kind of environment. I think that's why people don't mind. They're used to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no,
I had a buddy who was going through a divorce and he couldn't afford a house, so he bought a boathouse. And he lived on that thing for like a good year or so, 2 years, and just saved money. I couldn't deal with it. Like the rocking of the boat
what do you
and
do?
stuff.
What do you do? You pay like $100 or $200, like for your boat to be
just
parked
the
there.
dock. Yeah, basically.
You just live in that bad boy. What a beach
It's like
bum.
a motorhome except on the water.
Yeah, freaking beach bum. You know. Hey, but I will say this: if I live next to water and I was going through a hard time, you bet your bottom dollar, that's exactly what I would do. Period. That's what I would do. $200 to dock your boat and just live on that bad boy. Absolutely,
That's
I
what
would.
he did.
Yeah, well,
That's what he did.
He's a smart man. I would have too. I would have saved. Oh my Lord, I would have bought a house cash in 3 years.
Mind you, this guy was a millionaire. Is a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire now, but he was already a multimillionaire then. But he was going through a divorce, and he was like, I'm just gonna sit in this houseboat for a year, and that's what he did. Saved millions of dollars, and then bought like a stupid, dumb mansion and rubbed it in his ex-wife's face.
Dre said it rubbed it. I don't know what is the deal with this rubbing and like the whole exes thing, man. Once I move on, I ain't think a lick about any of that, man. That's just me personally.
He was hurt. She
well, no.
Him for
okay, hold on. Let me. Yeah.
That,
I'm my bad. Let me. Okay. Some of them are uglier than others. So now that you said that, I'm actually thinking about some buddies of mine where my buddy Bumpers, man, I probably told that story on here. Did I ever tell you? I'm not going to go over it today. I just want to know, does anybody recall me ever talking about my breech man when I was in
You've talked about Bumpers several times, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to talk about it today, but I mean, I just could not believe how crazy and fast that whole thing went. And it's bad. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I saw 2 people saying they wanted me to play the song again. I mean, there is more people. There is more people.
It's for a small price of $9.99.
Oh my god!
For a small fee of $9.99, or a tiger, or a lion, we will play the song again.
All right, if you want me to play it again, exactly. I'm out. Deuces. If you want me to play it again, put a 1 in the chat. If not, then we're gonna put it on iTunes or Spotify. It'll be on one of them. And, just remember that
dog, you need to give a 1 plus a 1.
A 1 plus a 1. LimeWire.
1,000 plus 1,000.
I forgot about that. You did not do
1 plus a 1.
Hey, you did not do what I told you to do. I told you to 1. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll give you the other 800. I'm like, bruh, if I was in that building, I would have.
Johnny said 1 plus 1.
No, Johnny said 1,000. Rip that CD.
That, he put 1 plus a 1.
1 plus. Oh, did he? Yeah. All right, guys, let me play it again real quick. And the song right now, when we upload it to one of the to either iTunes or whatever, LimeWire, Spotify, Spitty Die, whatever those things are called. Whenever we put it on there, the song may change to Descaled. That's kind of. I really wanted the first song actually to be called Descaled, but right now it's just called Disciple. That's just what it's called right now. So, and just remember, there is.
Hey, is that Johnny, bro?
Do what now?
Is Johnny Retro Johnny? Like Johnny, or is it different Johnny?
Like my bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the picture. Yeah, that's the JLH Films.
Oh,
yeah.
I see it. It's so small. I can't see it from
here.
The phone's kind of far.
He picked up a lot of gigs, bro. There's a lot of football teams. He goes out there and records them.
Oh.
Yeah, something he's been doing for a long time. He was doing a wedding.
Hopefully they're good, Johnny, because what's bad? Filming a boring football game is terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to make them better.
Bro, I got the Ray-Ban glasses, by the way.
What do you mean?
I ordered them. Have you seen the Ray-Ban glasses that you can like talk on the phone with them?
All right, we'll talk. All right,
like,
we'll talk. We'll talk about that after the game. Save that. I mean, after the game, after the song. Let me play
after the game.
After
Look,
the
you
game.
want to play football so
yeah,
bad.
let me play. Oh, I do. I used to love it. All right, let me play it, guys. So just remember, obviously, it is copyrighted, so it belongs to Descaled. Okay, so don't be trying to get funky with the jam. If you want to listen to it, it'll be on Spotify or iTunes, and you can listen to it all you want on there. Oh, hold on. Why is this thing? Oh, okay. That's the issue. All right. Nope, that ain't it.
He's playing us his white noise.
And listen, guys, listen to the words. It's a Descaled song, 100%.
People read the black letters on the white pages, but they don't see them. But the shadows are their brightest day, but to them they are dim. As a teacher, it's easy to get others to see, but as a hater, all you can do is ridicule me. Well, I command those blind eyes to see, those deaf ears to hear, and that dumb mouth to speak. Clearly, in the past 20 years, it hadn't said a thing. Many will say, Lord, Lord, in that great day. But you better have the right gift if you want to stay. Jesus will do the same to you as he did to them on the road to amendments. Starting from Moses through the prophets, he will open the scriptures concerning himself. Will your heart burn then? The answer is no, your chances now. Moses and the prophets are speaking now. Become Descaled before it's too late. You're swimming in the sea with the king of pride. Trust me, it's not a fun ride. Your heart has been dry for too long. Let the net of God pull you from this dead sea before the hook of God dams you stay. The choice is yours. Allow the love of God to pull you out with no doubt. Submerged into this living water. You will start off as a toddler. Watch the transformation take place as the tree of life comes alive inside of you. Now your belly no longer filled with dust. Rather rivers of living water. Then you become weaned as you're discipled as a teacher. You will now see what it's like to receive hate as Jesus did, receiving revelation from spirit causes even your brothers in Christ to mock. Don't believe for a second you were any different than your brother Joseph. He spoke revelation, his own brethren laughed and mocked. Don't forget about Cain, Abel. One was hated and murdered. Don't get it twisted, your own brethren are doing the same, but Satan is to blame. Don't forget it, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It is the king of pride who is to blame. After these things, love becomes easy. Use this energy to open the scriptures, cause people's hearts to burn. Make disciples be the tree of life. Take the land, remove the sand. Every belly is yours to fill with that living water. Take the sword in the left hand and play that harp like you in a band. Utilizing God's hand, that rod of God. That's right, the rod of God who was in Moses' hand, who was sent to free God's people from the land. Moses did no miracles, it was the rod in his hand. Look back at the 10 plagues were because of the rod. Think back to the Red Sea. Moses was in fear and crying. He went to God, forgetting what was in his hand. God's response was simple. Why you crying to me? Take the rod, the Red Sea split. Over and over again, the rod proved itself to be the authority of God. When the vipers came, it was the brazen serpent on the rod that became the aim. Joshua only won the battle because the rod was lifted up once again. When Christ came, he said all authority was given to him. Did he have a rod? He was the rod who was sent to free God's people from the land. Here once again, so disciple, take a stand. Have no fear, gird thy loins like a man. After the death, burial, and resurrection, iron rod was given to you. Like Moses, it's not you that does the miracles, it's the iron rod in your hand. Now go, open the blind eyes, open the deaf ears, make the lame walk and the dumb to speak. Be bold, you are no longer weak. Now go, make disciples in all the nations. Don't waste time arguing about philosophy and titles. Use the iron rod to understand the Bible. Open the scriptures, allow God to show you the shadows. With the iron rod, he will share his secrets. You can be 100-fold. Truth be told, don't settle for less. You have been given authority from the best. Now go. Now go.
All right, there it went. I know we were gonna go over. Let's see. Hey, Dre, did Jennifer reach out to you about Day of Atonement?
Nope.
Oh, she's up here. Jennifer,
Maybe
did you go? Did you go?
She's up here. I don't want to lie.
Do what?
Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I haven't read any messages. So
Because I don't have any way to message you. The only way I can get a hold of you
I lie, I tell man. You lie, I lie. We're on Discord, man. You lie.
Yeah.
I can't message you, brother. Every time I try to message you,
Well, add me
I
as a
think
friend,
it's because
sister.
we're not friends.
Well, add me as a friend, sister.
One. Adam is a friend.
For that.
2.
Okay.
Everybody keeps asking whose voice is on the song. Look, the whole song was written and put together by our Descaled team. That's all you need to know. Okay. That's all you need to know. It was our Descaled team that did the entire thing.
Why were people dying after not taking it serious? That's the only thing I'm really confused about. I don't think it's a good argument, regardless, though, because people aren't dying today. My bad. I don't really check this account like that, but we actually talked about we're talking about the Eucharist. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, the reason people were dying is because people were abusing in general.
Okay,
not just.
I missed it. Who brought up Eucharist?
I got a message from our boy Edify TV, so I'm just reading it right now. So
how old is it?
Bad, but yeah,
how old is it?
A couple of days ago.
Okay.
Because remember, we're gonna do the timeless Yeshua on the Eucharist and what it actually means to. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in, bro.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jennifer said, I ain't messaging him now.
No, it's
Just put his whole
Hey,
message
I
on
tell you though, Jennifer's such a good sport. Hey, she's such a good sport, right? She'll come up here and she's like, "Hey, I got a question." She's never asked about zombies. She's never asked about zombies, but she'll be like, "I got a question about zombies," and I'm like, "All right, go ahead." She's like, I was thinking, if zombies are still alive, then maybe the person themselves are actually kind of still there. And I'm like, Jennifer, zombies are dead. No, I know, but they're still walking around. So, okay, they're still walking around, but the person themselves are not there. They're zombies. Well, I know, but I just don't know if I agree because they're still walking around. So maybe their soul is in there, maybe crying out for God or something. She's such a good sport. She'll bring something up. And I'm like, Jennifer, no, they're freaking dead. And she's like, I just need to go chew on that. Like Jay White came up here. Oh, it's hilarious. Do what?
But they're walking.
Yeah. It's like you don't like. Jay White came up here yesterday, and what were we talking about?
Skin.
Huh? Skin. Yeah. Yeah. And but I wasn't talking about Jay White. Listen, like I said, over 15 years going over this, people have brought up human skin before. And I'm like, no, it's not human skin. We're falling anyway. And they're like, what do you mean? It doesn't say animal. Oh, it doesn't say human either. Well, kinda it does because, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So you got to go through there. And then Jay White makes a comment. He's talking about me or something. And I'm like, I wonder if she's talking about like what we're talking. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. Jay, what are you talking about? You got to be talking about me regarding skin. And I was like, no, I wasn't. But now that you see it that way, let's just go over it real quick. And then I went over it because of the tabernacle and the skins. And it's just a lot of stuff you have to see in order for that to be what it is, And it's just funny because she's like, you know what? I'll just chew on that. I said, oh, no, I'm going to the jugular. We're going straight to the jugular. Once I go over this, there is no more chewing on it. And so I went straight to the jugular, which is the tabernacle and how it was made. Once you understand that, you fully understand. There is no, and if you don't, then you're just lacking some other things. But that one particular thing right there regarding Adam's rib, regarding the skins that were put on the tabernacle, that 100% is talking about the covering of Christ. And so even though Adam and Eve had failed, they were covered under the promise. That's what they were covered under. But the promise was not here. So just like everybody else in the Old Testament, they were all saved by faith, right? By faith of the promise to come. but the promise was not yet here. But they were saved by faith. We are saved through it. So faith, the promise already came, and now we're on this side of the cross. So we're saved through what Jesus did, not by faith and in hope for the promise to come, which people in the Old Testament. So, elevator. Oh, all right.
I have a question. Are y'all rejecting them? Because whenever I see them in there and I put it in the chat, they disappear.
Do you know who they were or no?
Yeah, I do. Not being mean or anything.
Did you hold on? Did you hold on? Did you reject them out of the box?
Yes, because I know them.
It don't matter. Don't do that. Let me see them. Okay. Let me see them. Okay, because that has been happening, guys. If someone goes in the box, do not reject them. Just tell me someone is in the box. Okay, don't do that. Don't reject them. Did you block them or anything?
Nah, let's speed back up, bro. He wants to come up. Let him come up.
No, I didn't. No.
Who is Speed?
That sure was gonna let Speed up.
Who is Speed?
Speed knows a lot.
Speed, what about him?
He was in the. I was gonna let him up, and I realized it was gone.
I don't even know.
To him once before.
Oh, okay. I don't even know who that is. No, I backed out. Oh, okay, maybe they came in accidentally or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, I guess he's coming.
Yeah, you got another one in there.
Yeah, Speed, what's up, man?
I ain't wanna. What's good? I had make requests to come up, but I'm like, I don't want to bother them too much. I listen. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Oh.
I ain't had no particular question, and so that's why I was like, I'll leave it for somebody that wanna talk. But
yeah.
like I said, I always appreciate the work. You know what I'm saying? That's if I say anything, I always appreciate your teaching. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everything going all right today, man?
It's great. I'm perfect. Perfect in Christ, right?
Well, you can't go wrong, man. I don't know how that's wrong. Yeah, that's, right. Because even what you just said, right? Perfect in Christ, that will stay with you through eternity, right? Which you can't put a year, like, you can't put a year on eternity. So, like, whatever problems we're having today, I mean, I can think of a problem 10, 20 years ago that I had, and I laugh about it right now, and it was only 20 years ago or 10. So you can imagine how much funnier or forgettable something would be 50,000 years from now.
Right.
Like,
now that I'm thinking about it, I actually do got something to talk about because I see my another brother, big fellow. We were talking about some on his live probably like 5 days ago, and then he just shut it down. And we was gonna dive deeper into it, but it'd be nice to have you on there because I think Master, I think he on here too. Masterpiece.
Yeah, Jordan.
We was talking about this before. So
yeah,
we was all talking
refresh me. What was it?
We was talking the last thing we was talking about the judgments. We was talking about because I said there was 3, you said there was 2. And we was talking about like I think we was finna get into like the tribulation and
oh God. Oh no, we ain't talking about that here.
He was talking about the throne, the bema
and
the white throne.
No. Heck no. Look, let me just say this, B. There is a couple of dozen topics that for whatever the reason is, which I know what the reason is, but I'm not going to utter it here. But whatever the reason is, Christians cannot agree. You bring up a topic, you can't get one Christian to agree with another one regarding it. So when you start getting into anything that has to do with Revelation, the book of Daniel, Ezekiel, 90% of the time, it's not even edifying. People are just arguing about what they think and what this person thinks, and it's not edifying. So on Descaled, we concentrate on what is edifying, not what easily could be turned into a very unfruitful conversation. So fun topics, yeah, I can agree. It could be a fun topic. I'm not going to disagree with that. The topics can be fun, but they quickly become unfun. So
says comfort one another with these words. I mean, he's talking about a concept that we were supposed to know.
yeah. So it's better to talk about Christ, and it's better to focus on where someone can receive edification than to sit here and go over these. You know, like I always say, these topics, they've been disputed over for over 2,000 years, and I can guarantee you the dispute over them are not going to stop today on this live. So, you know, but to deny that the topics are not entertaining, of course they are. Of course they are, you know. So, of course, there's people that believe that there's one judgment, 10 judgments, one throne, 50,000 thrones, and in between is nothing but a bunch of scrapping, throwing hands, people hating, mad, upset. Your theory is dumb. My opinion is better. Well, in your paradigm, would you believe, you know, so it's not really that edifying. And I've had people try to prove me wrong and say, oh yeah, well, I'm going to have a discussion about this. And I'm like, go ahead. I'm going to do the final countdown for you on how long it takes for it to become a disaster. And so in order for it not to become a disaster, everybody would just have to be there and just be quiet for an hour. And be like, Trot, you were wrong. There was no disaster. Oh, okay. What, did y'all talk? No. Oh, so there was no edification either. So I'm right. It wasn't edifying. So in order for it not to be a disaster, you just have to tell everybody, hey guys, we'll just sit here in silence for 1 hour. You know, but the truth is you have people that don't have a lot of understanding in the Bible. And then you have someone that does. They're not going to be able to see eye and eye because their understanding of the Bible is different. And I'm not talking about opinions. I'm talking about how deep of the Bible they understand, because the more of the Bible you understand, your perspective will start to change towards that truth, that last understanding, that last revelation that you received. And it's kind of like, I say this all the time, you know, it's kind of like a kid seeing on a cool day, seeing a factory that has steam coming out of a factory, and the kid, because they're so ignorant in this world, they tell their mom and dad, hey, look, is that where clouds come from? An adult would not ask another adult, hey, bro, you think that's where clouds come from? That would be a funny movie, because the age of these people, how are you asking that? It is true that it is a type of cloud because it's steam, right? I mean, it's going up into the atmosphere. I get it. But the actual clouds, the natural clouds, that's not where they come from. So if a kid was to ask, I don't know why that sounds so. If a kid, man, what is going on here? All right, let me see. All right. If a kid was to ask, is that where clouds come from? The parent's not going to make fun. But the parent is also going to understand that it makes sense why the kid would think that, because they lack understanding on how clouds end up in the sky. They lack the understanding. They're not wrong on what they're seeing. That is moisture. We can go all day about it, but that's not where all the natural clouds come from that's in the sky. That one little factory right there, freaking, making buttons. Okay. But again, I'm bringing that up because there are people regarding the Bible, they are a child in understanding, like that kid. And they're going to say, no, there's 3 thrones, 2 thrones, 5 thrones. And they're like, no, it says it right there. And it's like, yeah, that's what it says. Well, let's go look over here. And they're like, no, I don't care. It's what it says. Again, there are people today, because the Bible says the word serpent in the Garden of Eden, 100%, they believe that a slithering snake went to Eve and told her, hey, eat the physical fruit on that tree. Because like a child, that's what it says. It means nothing else. It means what it says. It does mean what it says. It says that a serpent spoke to Eve. That is what it says. A serpent did it. But that serpent is also called a dragon in the Bible. So now I'm confused. Why is the serpent called a dragon? It can't be both, because that's what it says. And they don't want to let go that I was told just the other day that the serpent had legs and it stood upright. That's what I was told. And I was like, oh man, serpent had legs now and it was upright. Dragons do look like snakes, but it doesn't say snake. It says serpent. It says serpent. It doesn't say snake, right? It says serpent. And then this is where people will say, well, serpent is a snake. But when you understand what the serpent is in the entire Bible, what the dragon is in the entire Bible, the story of the Garden of Eden, you start maturing. So the story is not lying. The story is not lying. God is not wrong. Moses, I'm sorry, is not wrong for writing the word serpent down. Let's see. Pharaoh's headdress resembles a cobra. Yeah, that's true. It does resemble a cobra. Let's see. Happen and just serve. Christ will receive. Yeah. So, yeah. But again, I'm just saying they think because they see the word tree and they're, like in their head, they're like, whoa, tree, outside tree. And it's like, oh man, like, I was once 12 and I understood serpent, snake, tree, like the thing outside, Adam and Eve, man walking up to it. I get that. But when you start studying the Bible more and you start maturing in the word, you understand that, for instance, let me give you a perfect example. So Jesus is called a sacrificial lamb. It's so funny. These same people, they're able to say, well, it's just a metaphor. He's not really a lamb. No, that's what it says. He's a lamb. No, but you have to understand, when he was walking, he wasn't a lamb. Right. So if he's called a sacrificial lamb and he's not really a lamb, you're telling me that there's nothing else in the Bible that does this? So because it says serpent, it's a snake? It makes no sense how these people are trying to understand the Bible. They get to pick and choose what is what based on how they see the Bible. I'm saying all that to say that depending on what maturity level you are in the Bible, it depends on how you're going to see each story. And so if you have 20 people in the room and every one of them is on a different level, you're not going to come into agreement. So this is where the confusion comes from. When you hear people say, well, that's funny, y'all are all adults and Christians, all y'all have the Spirit, how come y'all all can't agree? And I always ask them, well, answer the question, how come? And the answer is because everybody in the room's on a different level. So again, let's say the Bible has 10 levels and everybody in the room resembles one of those numbers. That means you have understandings from level 1 all the way to 10 in there. And because their understanding is on a different level, nobody is going to come to an agreement. Because a level 3 understands more than the level 1, and so on and so forth. And everybody wants to know, why can't y'all just come? Because everybody has studied the Bible more than the next person. So a level 2 person studied it more than a level 1. A level 3 studied more than a level 1 and 2, but everyone used to be at a 1. So when you hear somebody saying that in the garden, the serpent was a physical snake, okay? And then, trust me, I know all the reasons they say it. It says right here, God made it, slithering thing. And I know. I understand. Okay. Lord have mercy. Like, you don't have to explain 1 + 1. I understand. Okay. Everyone starts at level 1. Everyone. But people are going to mature and they're going to leave you behind. And you're still going to be stuck in freaking Disneyland. You're going to be stuck in the comic book, meaning you can't see past the pictures on the comic book. You can't see past it. And it's because you're not continuing to study. You just keep going over, what you already understand. So, and I've explained this several times. So half of the people in here are yawning. So I apologize for that. But just to be clear, yeah.
How is it though? Like when you're trying to talk to somebody, and let's say they think they know a lot about the Bible. And it's hard to have, like, I noticed, like, ever since I started coming to Descaled, it's a lot harder to have conversations with people about the Bible.
Well, yeah, because you're leveling up. I hate to say it that way, but it's like a video game, man. It's 100%. Just like when you have electricians. There are electricians, bro, they started yesterday. And then you get to the next level and the next, and before you know it, it's like a master or a journeyman or whatever it's called. You got different levels of electricians. And in this world that we live in, we all understand that. We all understand that there's different levels of baseball. If someone says they're the best player on their team and they play for Little League, to a Major League Baseball player, even though a Major League Baseball player is going to be humble and tell them that, they're amazing where they are right now. You can't expect an 8-year-old to be as good as a Major League player, I'm saying, to that degree. But what you can do is expect them to be as good as they are where they are. So a Major League Baseball player, they would not say that they're better than the 8-year-old. They're going to say that they're at equal value in greatness based on where they are in age. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But we can be more honest and say, can an 8-year-old play in the major leagues? Huh? Anybody? Can an 8-year-old play in the major leagues and keep up? No. Absolutely not. Okay? But we can say that at the age that the 8-year-old is at, the 8-year-old can be great at the age that they are. We all understand this, okay? But in every sport and everything we do, we understand, we are honest, and we will understand, yeah, a ball boy. Absolutely. Okay? And it's the same thing with the Bible. Some people don't like this. They go, no, with Christ in you, they try to make the Bible like this hokey pocus miliokus, like they try to make it witchcraft. Like, I got the Bible and God can make it happen. My friend, no, you don't put the seed in the ground, nothing will happen. Why does Paul say that we need to be like an Olympian regarding the Bible? Why? You got to put in the work, right?
Got to train.
You got to train. This is so simple. It's so simple. But there are people that they cannot get past. They cannot get past the comic book part of the Bible. They can't get past it. It says serpent, all they see is a snake. It says tree, all they see is the trees outside. They can't get past anything else. But there has not been one person, not one, that I've spoken to, and I can show them, because they'll say, well, you're adding to Scripture. I can show you show me the person, and I'll show you how they're adding to Scripture. The problem is people are picking and choosing when they're, quote unquote, adding to Scripture. So something will be revealed to them. Like, once you're at level 1, somewhere around there, you will see that Jesus is not a physical lamb, but yet he's called a lamb. He's called a lion. So if he's called animals, but yet he's not an animal, how come you can't do that with the serpent? It's the weirdest thing. And the problem is because they're not given enough information, but that's not the issue. We are given enough information. It's the entirety of the Bible. in the entirety of the Bible, you will see why the serpent is also called a dragon. Are we confused on what it is? Wait a minute. I thought God made the snakes. Why would God call the serpent snakes? You understand? Like a while ago, Spee's like, well, serpents and snakes kind of look the same, but they're not the same, are they? They're not. So then now God is stupid. So God called the serpent a snake, and he's like, well, I can't really tell. I made everything, but, they're kind of similar. So, I am old. God's got a
dragon, right?
Huh?
You mean dragon? Serpent and snake is pretty much the same thing. You mean the dragon, right?
Well, I'm saying all of them: serpent, snake, dragon. I'm talking about all three of them. Because people call them all. That's what people do. They say, well, it doesn't matter which one it is. Okay. So then God is stupid then. So the Bible was written, inspired by the Holy Spirit. And when the Holy Spirit is inspired to call the serpent a dragon, it messed up. Oh, my bad. I meant serpent. Well, I'm kind of confused. Even though the Spirit had a part of making this animal, when I see it, I can't determine. I can't discern whether it's a dragon or a serpent. Yeah, thank you, Spee, who is also known as Satan. So if the Bible is telling you what the serpent is, why are these believers who are claiming that they're level 10 scholars, how come they go, it was a snake, man. It was a snake. A snake spoke, and then they go to the donkey, right? The she-donkey that spoke to Balaam. See, animals speak. You're right. Animals do speak. But I don't see the disagreement on animals speaking. My question is, why can you not discern what the serpent is? Why not? And the reason is because we're on different levels. That's why. Okay? You're a little leaguer. I'm playing Major League Baseball, and I respect your position, but you have not upgraded to Major League. So therefore, Major League is wrong. There is no such thing as Major League. It don't exist. Everybody is little leaguers playing on little. You stay a little leaguer for 20 years. There is no growth. No, absolutely not. So these people get offended, and they'll say, oh, you're bragging. The Bible says that you have so much knowledge, you're puffed up. Show me how a person who is a major leaguer is puffed up about where they are. I do not understand this way of thinking. If a major leaguer tells a little leaguer, hey, I'm a major leaguer, I would bust out laughing if that 8-year-old said, oh, yeah, you think it's so bad? You're all puffed up in knowledge. What? Man, get this kid out of here. What are you talking about? Listen, when you're at a certain level, you're at a certain level. There's no puffed up about it. People who become puffed up with knowledge are the ones that they don't have it rooted in them, guys. It's not rooted in them.
My heifer.
Guys, can y'all hear me? Hello. Oh, crud. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. It keeps messing up. I phone calls that I have to take. All right.
Where you get the name Descaled from? What does that mean?
Go read Acts 9:18.
Let me check it out. before I even go there, 9:18. I'm trying to think about it before I pull it up. I think that's Paul. What's going on with Paul?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'm already knowing where you going with it.
Well, read it out loud anyway. You might as well. You might as well, man.
Yep.
Man, that wind is woo-wee, boy. Oh, excuse me.
Acts 9:18. Immediately there fell from his eyes as it had been scales, and he received sight forthwith and arose and was baptized.
All right, so Paul got descaled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so he got what are scales? It says like scales fell from his eyes. What is that?
I mean, well, scales is like fittings, but no,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like so regarding the Bible, everything in the Bible does have a meaning, okay? Because it was written down because it was inspired by the Spirit to be written down. So it says like scales fell from his eyes. So
dark. It was blurry. And and now he can see. He can see the truth now.
Right. So what was stopping him from seeing the truth? It would be scales, right? Right. So where in the Bible does it help us understand what this is that fell off of him?
Is it in the Gospels? I'm trying to figure. Please.
Yeah. No. So it would be all over the Bible. It'll be everywhere in the Bible, right? It would be everywhere in the Bible. So what was the main reason that Paul was going around unaliving Christians and putting them in jail?
Because he could not see the truth. He couldn't see Jesus.
Right, but it was pride. That's why Jesus told him, stop kicking against the pricks. That right there shows you he's being prideful. You understand? Like the thing that's trying to help you, you're kicking it, which means you're hurting yourself. So in the story of Job, there's an animal given to us. It's called the Leviathan. And it says that the scales, I'm sorry, in the book of Job. What did I say? Did I not say book of Job?
You said it.
Oh, okay. I thought Sando was like, no, bro, book of Job. So yeah, in the book of Job, the Leviathan's given to us, and it tells us that the Leviathan scales are so close together that not even air can penetrate it. And the air that it's talking about is the word of God. The Spirit of God can't penetrate it because it's by choice. And it calls the Leviathan the king of all children of pride. Right? So that's one instance, right? And there's a lot of places in the Bible that can help you understand what is going on, like in here. So Jesus and another part of that would be Jesus tells the scribes and the Pharisees that their father is Satan, right? You remember that, Spee?
Yep.
Yeah, and Saul of Tarsus was a Pharisee.
Right.
So his father was Satan. And the Leviathan is the father of all children of pride. So because he was prideful, Jonah got swallowed up by a big fish, which would be the Leviathan. Now, in real life, it's a big fish, okay? But the fact that he went to the sea, if you know anything about the sea regarding the Bible, and he got swallowed up with pride. That's what he got swallowed up by. He did not want to go minister to people. That's pride. So he got swallowed by Leviathan. We can go through the bellies and all that. I don't want to muddy the waters, but
I look at that phone. Well, Paul, like Jonah, I feel like Jonah. Paul's like a type of Jonah. You know what I'm saying? They both had the same mission. They went to go sit. Jonah was sent to Nineveh. Gentiles, and same thing for Paul. Sent to the Gentiles. I think where it says when he was in the belly, it was dark. That's where we get like our first instance of one of our first instances of hell. And
Yeah, no, it is the same thing because both of them were what the Bible calls, or what I call it this, but the Bible explains it, that they were both in their own belly, meaning they were following their own will, not God's will, right? Which is referring to belly in the Bible. So the belly is spoken a lot about regarding who the people is following or who they are, whether they have living water in their belly or dust or death in their belly. So yeah, and it's not just them two. There's a lot of people in the Bible that they want to do their own thing, their own will. So
it's funny that his name was like Saul of Tarsus, right?
Yeah.
And then Jonah, I think he was like, Jonah? He was like sent to Tarshish.
Yeah. So yeah, and because of the names, it says that Jonah left Joppa, which is very important because Paul did too, right? And Joppa, but when hold on a second.
Look at God work.
Yeah.
Look at God work.
Do you know what Joppa means in Hebrew? I forget God.
No.
Yeah, buddy.
It's funny. They both was in Joppa, both Tarshish, and both dealing with scales. You know what I'm saying? Both was blind, and Jonah was kind of blind. He was in darkness, and they were both sent to the Gentiles. See, because I think when I first started, I'm like, where did Paul call? Like, I feel like God is always like consistent with his character. So I'm like, where did Paul come from? Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it does make sense because he is like a type of Jonah. He's also like a type of Moses too. That's the crazy part. People don't understand.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What a wild interpretation. Yeah, God is wild. God is wild. It's our flesh that's slow. It's us. We got to catch up. 100%. You got to catch up, right? The comic book story of the Bible is not all that's there. So what you see, the black letters on a white page, that's not an interpretation. It's just what is given to you, right? So you can start understanding the Bible. Yep. God is wild.
Paul is like almost like a type of Moses as well for us.
Well, the thing is, though, everybody that you read about in the Bible is a type of everybody that's already in the Bible. Everybody, right? Because it was someone that was in the world and they were taken out of the world and God started using them. So nobody is unique in the Bible. They're all a type of the last person, right? What's funny about all these people that God uses is that a very high number of them is a shadow of Christ. That is the funny part, right? Right, because the Bible is all about calling people out of the world, which is the ocean, right? Taking them out of the ocean. This is where Saul of Tarsus cried for help, was out of the ocean. But what got him in the ocean was his own will. He became part of the world, and he became part. Like the Book of Revelation. And when you go look at it. I don't want to get in that, but it talks about the ocean no longer being, and again, I'm talking about the ocean that is the part of the world, right? Where the Leviathan reigns. That's why Jesus says, I make you fisher of men, right? Because we catch man out of the ocean, out of the water, but we catch him with nets, right? Which is referring to the love of God. We don't catch him with hooks. Hooks are used for something else, right? In the Bible, but yeah. But the point is there's different levels. There's different levels, meaning you grow into the next level, right? So everybody don't have opinions about the Bible. You grow from one understanding to the next understanding. You just grow. You understand? When the Bible says that first is the blade, then the ear, and then the full corn in the ear, it's not a different plant. It's the same plant. It's the same water. It's the same soil. It's just maturing. How dumb would it look if you saw a blade of grass yelling at the full corn in the ear saying, hey, me and you aren't the same. We see things different. What? What? You know, you're a full corn, and the little blade of grass is like, hey, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at myself. We got two totally different interpretations of the Bible. Yeah, we do. But neither one of them are wrong. The blade of grass is not wrong. It's just not matured. The full corn in the ear is not wrong for being matured. So normally what you have is a lot of converts in Christianity, and they're blades of grass. Some of them are ears, and they, you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of them haven't been discipled. So because they haven't been discipled, they just sitting there arguing with each other based on what stage they're in. It's immaturity. It's madness, right? Paul covers this when he says who is Paul and who is Apollos. So you had people that were saying, well, I'm from Paul the apostle. I learned what I learned from Paul. And other people like, oh, well, I learned from Apollos. And boy, Apollos, wow, Apollos is so cool, whatever. And Paul's like, what are y'all talking about? Who is Paul and who is Apollos? It's God that gives the increase. So if it's God that gives the increase, your job is to increase, not stay the same and say, oh, those are physical trees in the garden. It's physical. They ate physical fruit. It's like, okay, it's God that gives the increase. If you have not grown further from that, it's your fault. There's no other way around it. God is not holding back increase. It's you that are not sticking your nose in the Bible, in other parts of the Bible, so you can understand the Bible in its entirety. You're compartmentalizing yourself to that one story, and that's all it means. And then I take these people to other stories. I go, let's talk about these serpents and these snakes and these dragons. And all of a sudden they can see, they're like, well, I can kind of see how you put that. No, you haven't. You ain't never studied it. You ain't never studied. We're having a 5-second conversation about this. So you can't kind of see. No, you can't. No, you can't. Not even a little bit. You don't understand. You can physically see what it is I'm showing you, but you're not understanding what's being said. And, you know, again, the blade of grass that is next to the full corn of the ear makes no sense for them to be arguing. They're the same thing. It's just the other one's in a different stage. That's it. That's all it is. Like even the song that I finished, and I played it earlier. In that song, if you listen to it, you can hear this type of thinking, and I put it in there on purpose. I put it in there for that exact purpose. Is this issue we're having where people don't want to be honest where they are biblically. They don't want to be honest. That's a sad place to be. And so those are the ones you're going to get backlash from, and they'll say, well, I kind of went against your theory. Listen, there's going to be people that will come out of the woodworks 10, 15 years from now, and they're going to say, I finally have an argument against something you're saying. Oh, okay. What is it? There's other people that come prematurely. You know, they hear me speak about something for the first time, and they just want to argue about it, and I can just tell, Nah, I understand why you're arguing, but we're going to go ahead and cut that off. But there's people that are waiting on purpose. They're waiting for their time to dispute something that I'm saying. But what they're going to get from me is, why did it take you 10 years? Does anybody know? Does anybody know why it would take someone 10 years? I'm not talking about the amateurs that come up and they just want to argue about anything that I say. Why are there these specific people that will wait 10 years before they dispute something that I'm teaching? Does anybody know the reason?
They ain't studying, or
Does anybody know?
They've been trying to figure out a perfect rebuttal.
Yeah. Well, so exactly. So why did it take them so long? You understand what I'm saying? Because of what I'm saying, they're so lost about what I'm talking about in their head. Oh, well, that's way off. But how do I rebuttal that? They don't even know how to rebuttal it. So it'll be years later. I got a list of a few people, actually. I'm just waiting for them to pop in. Hey, I need to give you some pushback on this. And they have no idea what I'm going to say to them. And they will rue the day that they try to come up here and refute what I'm saying. And one thing I'm going to ask them is, and I'm letting you know, so the Shadow Watchers, I'm letting you know right now that when that day happens and I ask you, what did it take you so long? You better have that one figured out, because there's only a couple of ways you can go with that, and neither one of them are going to go well. But it's nothing new. It's nothing new. I've done this for too long. There'll be people that will come and say, hey, I got something, and, all lip service. Yeah, that's all it's going to be that day. That's all it's going to be that day. Belshazzar, even though that ain't your real name. It's going to be all lip service for them that day. Let's see. I don't know why I can't. Why is this thing not? Would you say, Garcia, it's all about the heart? Yeah, it is all about the heart. It's not about what stage you're at and trying to argue against the next person stage. No, absolutely not. What time is it? It's already 2. Well, we were supposed to talk about, let's see. Dre, where are we supposed to talk about today? I thought I had it written down. Joel 3. You think we can go through Joel 3? Dre, you there? I don't know if he's busy or what.
Hey, give me a second. I'm on a phone call. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Give me like 5 minutes.
All right. Has anybody got anything? We can run by real quick. Go through something.
I was gonna ask, kind of in connection to what we were talking about yesterday, and this is something I've been thinking about, is why was the devil asking Jesus the specific questions, if you are the Son of God? If the devil knew that he was the Son of God, because like what I'm thinking is because he was trying to get Jesus in his flesh, but surely he knew that Jesus wasn't about to get in his flesh. So I'm just confused. I was just kind of confused about the whole instance.
Yeah, let's go to it real quick. Pull it up. I'm going to dip out. All right, Speed, we'll see you, man. Go ahead.
Let's see. Which one would be the best? Matthew, Mark, or Luke?
It don't matter.
It's like Matthew probably would be the best.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, for some reason, Mark always gets a little more different details. Are better for me personally.
Mark, it says there's only one verse in Mark, though. It says, and this is Matthew 4, 1-11. Then was Jesus led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward in hunger. And the tempter came to him. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God.
All right, so let's look at the questions. Okay, so question one. Question one. What did I do? What am I doing? Why is that doing that? Oh, I see what it is. All right, so let me move this. Can't do that. Hold on. All right. All right. So it says, if thou be the Son of God. Go ahead, read it, just to make sure we get it right.
If thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread.
Guys, can somebody go to Sean Foley? I recognize that name. Sean, do we know each other? Do you have a broadcast schedule? Yeah, so Descaled. Yeah, somebody's literally said bro is a 1x1 Lego block. Can somebody go check YouTube, make sure? Man, Sean, what's up, bro? Man, I ain't heard from you and seen you in a minute. You guys probably heard me talk about somebody that used to have some dreams. They used to ask me questions about them. Sean is one of those guys. Long time no hear from, man. It's good to hear. How's work going, bro? And Sean, to answer your question, miss your deep talks. I bet, man. It's been a minute. Josiah, you remember Sean?
From where?
From CFNI.
I remember Sean.
Dre, I don't know if you remember Sean.
Oh yeah, Sean.
Wasn't he on the range with us? Isn't that the same Sean?
No, he was never on the range with us.
What's the guy from South Africa's name?
Oh, that's Dion.
Oh, Dion. I thought it was Sean.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, Sean, he was the security
He's the older fella, right?
Yeah, he's probably in his 40s, and he was a security guy. He had a cop car and everything. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Sean, Descaled's man, hey, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Or obviously you're already subscribed, right? Or how did I come over your feed, if you don't mind? Were you already subscribed to Descaled, or did I just come across your feed, Sean, if you don't mind? I'd like to know. See how the algorithm's doing. Yeah, you're already subscribed. Okay, yeah, so we come on, Descaled comes on Monday through Friday. Sometimes it's on the weekends, but for the most part it's not. But Monday through Friday, and I try to come on around 8 or 8:30, but it's not easy. Sometimes I don't come on till 1, okay? But turn on your notifications on this channel, right? Or on YouTube. I want to watch more and visit in. Yeah, man. Absolutely. What is that? Like a mosquito or something. I think I'm coming in fine. I don't know why that person made that comment. All right, so let's look at these questions. If thou be the Son of God, and read the rest of it, Josiah.
If thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread.
All right, command these stones to be made bread?
Yes.
All right, let's go over the second question. Or tell me it. I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
And don't miss nothing. Say it just like it says it.
All right. But the next question, or should I read Jesus' response as well?
No. The next question. I'm going to write them all down, and yeah.
Okay. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him at a pinnacle of the temple. Sorry, on a pinnacle of the temple.
We're just focused on the questions. It's okay.
Yeah. And saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, as it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning me, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Okay.
All right, and get the next question ready. Where in the world is my... There we go.
Can you reset the room for me real quick? What are we talking about?
Josiah, well, since you were gone, Josiah asked, he said, hey, why was Satan asking Jesus questions, right? During the temptations? That's pretty much the question. Why is he asking them? Like, well, what is the way you worded it, Josiah? Why is he asking them the questions? What?
Yeah, like what was his motive in asking him the questions if he knew he was the Son of God? And almost what I was thinking is he was trying to get him in his flesh, but he knew Jesus wasn't going to do that either. So that's what the question was.
No. He really believes that he could tempt him and make him fail, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I can prove it in the Bible. It's not easy to see, but Satan really believes, right? If you go, again, if you're understanding the Bible in its entirety, so in the book of Job, all right, Job is 100% representing a shadow of Christ. Okay, yeah. Job is the human that God sick Satan on. Okay, but he said you cannot unalive him, right? Yeah. Okay, because there was one that was going to come who had the name of Job. Job's name in English means hated and persecuted. And there's only one that God treated as though he hated and quote unquote gave Satan permission to persecute him. And that's because it was God himself. Right. But Satan says to God, I can't touch him. There's a hedge of protection. Okay. And you have to understand that Jesus is the fenced in city, right? Because he's the promised land. He's the land that is the fenced in city. He is, right? But you have to, there's so much that you have to understand, and it's not easy. And again, I don't care what anyone has to say regarding that. But when you start understanding that the Bible answers all these questions, but it's all spread out. It's all spread out. When you start understanding that the Bible stops becoming a comic book with a bunch of pretty pictures and, it starts becoming open through the Spirit. The Spirit can say. So with that being said, Job being a shadow of Christ, his name meaning to be hated and persecuted, it was Jesus that was hated and persecuted, right? But he says, if thou be the Son of God, what's the second question? And we'll get to that in a minute.
If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. As it is written, he shall give his angels charge against thee, and their hands they shall bear up thee. Right. So what verse is that? Because that's a verse in the Old Testament. Does anybody know? Oh yeah, I want to say it's somewhere in Isaiah, but
what was the verse that you asked?
Josiah, he's talking to you.
That's verse 6 in chapter 4 of Matthew.
What the heck? No.
I know. What?
No, where's the verse in the Old Testament, bro?
It's a Psalms. It's Psalms 91, verse 11 and 12. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Okay. All right. And what's the third question? The banned books of the Bible worth reading. Hold on, let me answer this. Banned books. What banned books, Sean? Banned books of the Bible worth reading. Is it spiritually damaging? What banned books? Let me know what banned books you're talking about, Sean, if you don't mind. All right, third question. Go ahead. Josiah.
Sorry. Jesus said, no, which verse is it? And again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them. and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
All right. All these things will I give thee, and then say it to me, the verbatim. I will give thee what?
All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
If thou will fall down and worship me. All right, let's go look at this phrase fall down. Okay?
Yeah.
Go into Greek.
Try. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Okay.
I have to drop down because my break is almost over.
What is it?
Can we talk about on one day about the woman in Revelations who was pregnant with the child and God hid her?
Yeah. Somebody give me the verse. Hey, hey, misunderstood. Did you hear Descaled's first song today?
Which one?
Today. I played it today.
No, play it later. I'll be in the live. I was in a meeting this morning.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to have to get off in about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll make sure you're in
I'll
here.
Be in the live still.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I'll still be here.
If you're still in it, I'll play it, and we're going to upload it. So we're going to have a music channel on iTunes or Spotify or whatever. We're going to start uploading music on there. You know, that I'm definitely going to be jamming out to. So play it I can hear it. Faith, you did how many? Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you ain't heard the song, because I played it twice already. But I'm not going to be unfair just because somebody wasn't here. First of all, I like the song, so I don't care to play it again. I got to go duty work. Yeah, man, it's all good, Sean. Get that list together and just let me know what you're talking about. Okay, well, there's obviously a bunch of people. All right, I'm going to play the song one more time. I didn't hear. All right, I'm going to play it one more time. If you don't like it, swipe away, come back, and somebody look up the verse that Misunderstood is talking about, or Misunderstood, you look it up and let me know so I can write that down, and we're going to go over the 3 questions. Josiah, your job right now is to go look in the Greek for the phrase fall, or the word fall, the word down, or is it together? Fall down. Revelation 12.
All right.
All right. I'm going to play this song looks like there's about 10 people in there. I think half of them weren't here. I think the other half were. I think they just want to hear it again. Whatever. I don't care. I like the song. I really don't care.
I put a 1 in the chat. I've heard it like 5 times.
Yeah, I heard you play a song yesterday. Not sure. No. I have not. Today is the first time that I've played this song. The song I was playing yesterday was me and Leo. Leo wrote the words, and I told him what I wanted it to sound like, and so we kind of collaborated so he can give me a better song, because I just wanted to hear what it would sound a certain way. But this one right here I did by myself. I'm going to go ahead and play it again, so everybody's got something to do. When we come back, we'll talk about the question that Josiah had.
On the white pages, but they don't see them. But the shadows are their brightest day, but to them they are dim. As a teacher, it's easy to get others to see, but as a hater, all you can do is ridicule me. Well, I command those blind eyes to see, those deaf ears to hear, and that dumb mouth to speak. Clearly in the past 20 years it hadn't said a thing. Many will say, Lord, Lord, in a great day. But you better have the right gift if you want to stay. Jesus will do the same to you as he did to them on the road to Emmaus. Starting from Moses through the prophets, he will open the scriptures concerning himself for your heart burned in. The answer is no, your chances now. Moses and the prophets are speaking now. Become Descaled before it's too late. You're swimming in the sea with the king of pride. Trust me, it's not a fun ride. Your heart has been dry for too long. Let the net of God pull you from this dead sea before the hook of God dams you stay. The choice is yours. Allow the love of God to pull you out with no doubt. Submerged into this living water. You will start off as a toddler. Watch the transformation take place as the tree of life comes alive inside of you. Now your belly no longer filled with dust, rather rivers of living water. Then you become weaned as your disciple. As a teacher, you will now see what it's like to receive hate as Jesus did, receiving revelation from spirit causes even your brothers in Christ to mock. Don't believe for a second you were any different than your brother Joseph. He spoke revelation, his own brethren laughed and mocked. Don't forget about Cain, Abel. One was hated and murdered. Don't get it twisted, your own brethren are doing the same. Satan is to blame, don't forget it. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. It is the king of pride who is to blame. After these things, love becomes easy. Use this energy to open the scriptures, cause people's hearts to burn. Make disciples be the tree of life. Take the land, remove the sand. Every belly is yours to fill with that living water. Take the sword in the left hand and play that harp like you in a band. Utilizing God's hand, that rod of God. That's right, the rod of God. Who was in Moses' hand, who was sent to free God's people from the land. Moses did no miracles, it was the rod in his hand. Look back at the 10 plagues, were because of the rod. Think back to the Red Sea. Moses was in fear and crying. He went to God, forgetting what was in his hand. God's response was simple. Why you crying to me? Take the rod, the Red Sea split. Over and over again, the rod proved itself to be the authority of God. When the vipers came, it was the brazen serpent on the rod that became the aim. Joshua only won the battle because the rod was lifted up once again. When Christ came, he said all authority was given to him. Did he have a rod? He was the rod who was sent to free God's people from the land. Here once again, so disciple, take a stand. Have no fear, gird thy loins like a man. After the death, burial, and resurrection, iron rod was given to you. Like Moses, it's not you that does the miracles. It's the iron rod in your hand. Now go, open the blind eyes, open the deaf ears. Make a lame walk and the dumb to speak. Be bold, you are no longer weak. Now go. Make disciples in all the nations, don't waste time arguing about philosophy and titles. Use the iron rod to understand the Bible. Open the scriptures, allow God to show you the shadows. With the iron rod, he will share a secret. You can be 100-fold. Truth be told, don't settle for less. You have been given authority from the best. Now go. Now go.
All right. All right, let me see. Yeah, it's 100% the jam.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. Let's see. Lyrics are fire. Can you change? No, the beat was chosen like that on purpose. It was chosen like that on purpose. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could change the beat, but I created the beat to sound this way on purpose. I don't want it to be too rappy. I think misunderstood. You already know that, so I'm not going to change the beat. You're going to have to deal with the cello. It is what it is. Okay. The words is what is important. The words. The beat is semi-important. Okay. Now I will say that yeah, I can make it sound like a killer song, like we're hunting man down. Yeah, I can easily make it sound with the violin. Well, there's actually cello and violin in there, actually. So, but that's the way the song is.
Meaning the violin. I wasn't wanting you to go to the gospel, the Christian rap. I wasn't going to have you go there. The lyrics are fire, but a violin with that, it may sound better.
There is a violin in it. There's a cello and violin inside of.
But just isolate the violin only with no cello.
Yeah, no, I did it with all cello. I did it with all violin. I did it with both. I did it with no beats at all, just violin, trust me. I did it all the ways, and I put a beat in there in the place of where it was going to be just a bunch of violin and cello. I did it on purpose. So the way it came out, it came out that way because that's how I wanted it to be. I'm with you. There's several ways that you can do it, and I heard it, and this is just the way that I picked it. So again, with this song, like there's a few parts in there, and a person that has a good ear, to music. I'm not going to point it out, but there's a couple of parts in there. That if I put just cello and violin, like, and take some of the beats out, it doesn't keep up with the song right. So I don't know how else to explain that. Like, with the beat in there, the melody is able to stay on with like what the words are. So, but either way, that's the first song, and that song will be uploaded to iTunes or Spotify. We're hoping to do that pretty soon. So, and then we'll just periodically add songs to it. I can't wait to have them on my playlist. I'm being completely honest. But Misunderstood, don't ever feel like that you can't give me a like, hey, have you tried it this way? No, I don't got a problem with that at all. So just know, once them suckers are uploaded, I mean, they won't be able to be changed. And this one is not gonna be changed. Trust me, I tried it all the ways, and it don't sound right. Lorena put a harp in it. Well, I do have a song that's almost done, and it's going to be nothing but harp in that song. So this one's not. Let's see, music. But Lorena, would you say I'm not one to listen to that type of music? I'm with you. Trust me. I explained that a while ago. Rap for a long time, it put a real bad taste in my mouth because of the type of wording, right, that's inside of rap music. It's usually very hateful, or it's not very pleasing words. What'd you say, Bait? Cowboys still trash. Oh, bro, that ain't no lie. Man, that ain't no lie, bro. Cowboys, oh my gosh, bro. Woo, man. I mean, a miracle could happen, but that's what it would take. At this point, bro, they had so many chances, bro. Lord have mercy. What? There's got to be one called Ministry. Guys, anything you heard me talk about, guys, a song of that is coming out. Trust me. Yeah, Lorena, my bad. But I got to say, I'm not the one to listen to that type of music, but I got to say that song is one I would love to hear it again and again. Even my grandson was dancing to it. Yeah, no, it is. But I'm with Misunderstood. I had to hear it with a violin. I know exactly what she's talking about, and I orchestrated it that way. It just doesn't go well with the way that it's written. So the beat was needed in place of the violin. But there's more songs that are going to come out. So if you like that song, it's going to be uploaded to Spotify or iTunes, and they will be coming out periodically. And I mean, all you got to think is, what could the songs be about? Guys, y'all been hearing about it for years, okay? They're just going to be songs now. Everything I've ever talked about is going to be a song. And you can ask my wife. I've been working on music for 2 or 3 years, probably, and she would always make fun of me because I'd be humming something, and she's like, what is that? And I was like, oh, I got this cool beat. So there's probably, I don't know, 25, 30 songs easy that are almost complete. Like I've been working on them for years. I just been waiting to actually, and Leo pushed me to start doing it because he started making all this music. And several months ago, I downloaded a bunch of AI, like to make videos, to make music. But I'm not going to let AI at all write any of my music. All of it's going to be written by me, Dre, and I know CJ plays around with music. We may take some things from that, but there'll just be a couple of people writing it, and we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Yeah, Bait, were you ever hear that song? I didn't even ask you. Were you able to hear it, the one we just played? Or you weren't able to hear it? I'm not going to play it again. We've already played it a couple of times already. No? Oh, man. Well, I've already played it. Huh? What?
Since he didn't hear it.
No, we've already played it a couple of times already, so I was just doing that because I know that there were played again. Yeah, maybe next time. Yeah. All right, let's hop on some of this real quick. Yeah, guys, y'all will be. Do you have it on YouTube? No, I'm not gonna. I mean, I could put it on TikTok. I probably. I don't know if I'll put it on YouTube. Maybe on a short or something. But I really want to wait until we upload it, and I'll see how long it's going to take for us to upload it on Spotify or TikTok. Why not? No. I'm obviously the music's going to go on TikTok and YouTube. I first need to see how long it's going to take before I can upload it to Spotify or iTunes. If I find out, it's going to take a little bit before I can upload it on there, well, then I'll upload it on YouTube and TikTok then. But I need to wait and see how long it's going to copyright. Yeah, it's already copyrighted. The song's already copyrighted, guys. So let's get back to Josiah, what Josiah was asking. Yeah. All right, so the first question that Satan asked, let me do this first. Josiah, did you go look up fall down in the third question?
Yeah.
All right, talk to me about it.
1 second.
Oh my God, he's still looking it up.
Oh, I have it right
No, I'm just playing.
So I don't know if y'all want the number, but it's to descend from a higher place to a lower.
Yeah. So is Satan telling Jesus to fall down like on the ground right there and worship him?
So it says, I think in the verse it also says, is it just fall down and worship in the verse?
Well, just go read it.
So in the verse it's, 1 second, bro.
What'd you say, Bait? I'm intrigued. What do you think you say? Hold on. Dre and Trot on the track. Oh, no, not on that particular track. But I will say this: my our music team is the one that created that song. But if you want me and Dre to be on a track, I don't know nothing about rap, but I'm smart. I'm sure I can figure it out. And Dre's already Mr. Ghetto. I'm sure he already knows how to rap. So I don't think it'll be hard for me and him to throw something together, honestly, because I'm a great writer. I wrote that song that just played. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of hilarious. I got the equipment to do it. We can. Dre already ghetto. Yeah, Dre ghetto as heck, dude. That's why me and him get along. Yeah. Two peas in a pod. What'd you say, Bill?
That's why I'm the ghetto rabbi in the morning. Y'all already know what time it is.
He said ghetto rabbi. Oh, yeah. No, he's serious. He does have a thing that says gay. He sure does.
They call him Dr. Dre.
They call him Dr. Dre. Played again. What? Garcia, you were here where I played it, man. Stop. The hood rabbi. Yeah, all right. Josiah, let's go, man. I got to go, bro. Get it.
Yeah, so it's to descend from a higher place to a lower, to fall either from or upon, to be thrusted down, to fall under judgment, come under condemnation, to descend from an erect to a prostrate position, to fall down, to be prostrated. So yeah, but the main one is to fall.
All right. Okay. The main one is what?
To descend from a higher place.
Okay, so my question is Satan telling Jesus to fall down on his physical knees and worship him? Is that what he's telling him?
No.
Anytime I hear anyone talk about this, bro, I die laughing, and I'm sorry, and I'm going to continue to die laughing. It just blows my mind how nobody cares enough to dive in the Bible so deep that they start getting confused and they have to cry out to God for help. It kills me. People just read it and they go, I don't need the Greek, I got the Holy Spirit. And it's like, bro, that's not what Satan's asking him to do.
Bro, can I say this? So when I was studying, so I remember you saying pride comes before the fall, right? And the same temptations that were used in the garden are the same temptations that were used in the temptations of Jesus. And it's the same thing that First John says, all that is in the world is the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. So this temptation would be the pride, right? The same thing that caused Satan to fail. He says, I'm going to put myself higher than God. So Jesus already was God, right? But the same way Satan was deceived to believe that he could be higher than God, Jesus says that he put off those rights, right? And came in the form of like a servant. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, but I don't know if I'm going down the right path.
Yeah, that's all right. We're short timed. So I'm going to throw out, okay? Like if we're making a cake right now, usually in a cake there is more flour than anything, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go through the eggs. I'm going to go through the butter. I'm going to go through the foundations, what makes a cake, and you're going to have to go study the flour out yourself. Okay?
All right.
So I'm going to go quick. So pay attention. I'm going to go quick. Everybody pay attention. Okay, so the first time Satan asked, so Jesus just got baptized, and it said that the Spirit sent him, and I'm going to get to the jugular pretty quick. I usually don't do this, but I really have to go, but I don't want to turn this into a twofer. Okay, so so Jesus gets baptized. And it says that the Spirit sent him to the desert. All right, now let's be real. Let's be real. When Jesus resurrected, where did he resurrect at?
In a garden.
In a garden. Where did the first Adam become unalived?
In a garden.
In a garden. So the first Adam became unalived in a garden. After temptation, Jesus goes to a desert. He gets tempted and he defeats the tempter. But when he becomes unalived, he did it under his own free will, which means he did not fall down to Satan. Are you with me? He didn't fall down to Satan. The first Adam fell down. He fell. He fell. Adam did not fall down on his physical knees and say, Lord Satan, cometh to me. That's not what he did. He fell. He literally fell. There was a falling that occurred, and Satan became his father. What Satan was telling God to do was to let me be your father. When you start getting real deep in Scripture, you will see that there is something that Satan understands about the legal system of God, that if he could get God to fall, he will 100% be sitting on his mountain. 100%. He understands this. He understood this about Adam, that if Adam yielded himself to him, that he would be able to have his dominion. So here, right here, you have everything in the Bible that is coming to this scene right here. Everything. You have the story of Job. You have the story of Samson. Every judge in the Bible, you have it right here. So Satan says, I want to be on the mountain of God. God said, well, here's your chance. I'm coming. In the story of David and Goliath, Goliath comes to Israel, and he's calling out the people. He says, send me your champion. If you would just dive in the Bible, you would see the spiritual, the parabolic, the allegorical truth that is within the story of David and Goliath. Notice that Goliath is calling the champion to come out. How come he just don't go in? Somebody? How come Goliath just don't go over there and kick the doors in and take, and they go, oh, because that's God's people and he's scared. Use your head. He's not freaking scared. He showed up at the freaking front door. I'm so sick of these watered down pastors. They don't understand scripture. He's not scared, for God's sakes. If I'm scared of somebody, I don't go to their house and say, hey, come outside so I can whoop you. That is not a characteristic of someone who's scared. This is representing Satan calling someone out from the heavenly places. He can't go there. Right? Abraham's bosom. What does Abraham tell the man? That there is a great what between? Anybody remember? A great what?
Divide.
A great divide. And people from here cannot go over there. And people, you can't cross. A great gulf. Thank you. That's actually the word it uses. But you can say divide. But what ends up happening is the champion does come out. A champion does come out, whose name is David, which in English, his name means love or beloved. That's what his name means. And he does conquer Goliath, which means exile, right? So love conquered exile. That's what's taken place in this entirety, this whole Bible. It's about love conquering exile, which is us, who's been exiled out of the garden. And God himself, the champion himself, comes. Right? There is no greater love than this. Than what? Huh? There's no greater love than this. What is it?
Than a friend to give his life to another friend.
Right. So the beloved comes out, gives his life, right? Story of Job. I can't touch him because you have a hedge of protection. But it talks about Job cutting off his hair, which represents faith. He gave up everything. You see this story here. Job's name means hated and persecuted. It was Jesus that the hedge of protection was coming out, right? David, the love, the beloved, came out, the champion. And Satan said, oh, skin for skin. Yeah, but let me touch what he has. Let me touch what he has and he'll curse you. Okay. So Job 100%, whose name to be hated and persecuted, is the only man that God sicked Satan on, like his little pet on a leash. He sicked him. Go ahead, get him. But he said, you can't unalive him. You can't unalive him. Why? Because the life of the one that was going to be given for us has to be taken willfully, and that cannot happen to just a mere man. You can't do it. But I'm going to send somebody out there, and you go ahead and do your worst. So Jesus himself is now the time, the final countdown is here. It's here. And so Jesus, here comes Satan to another Adam. It's another Adam. He comes and he starts tempting him. This time, he's not tempting him for anything else but his mountain. Satan is tempting this Adam for the mountain that he's been wanting this whole time. And he wouldn't be able to sit there unless he first had the first Adam's dominion. So now he has Adam's dominion. And he's like, all I need now is for this one to fall. If I can get this one to fall, now I could take this dominion, and instead of being at the right hand of God, I'll be on the mountain like I wanted. So he says, if thou be the Son of God. What was the first words that the serpent said to Eve? What's the first words? Somebody. We got to make this quick. Man.
Did God really say?
All right. Yeah. So did God really say? Why is the first words come out like a question?
To raise doubt.
Right, to raise doubt. So notice the first question here. If thou be the Son of God. First question. If you really are the Son of God. So he starts off with trying to get him to have doubt if he's the Son of God or not. He said, but if you are, command these stones to be made bread. Command these stones. And he's hungry. So here comes the pastor that doesn't read the Bible in its entirety. So he says, yeah, he's trying to tell him to take these physical stones and make it physical bread right there so he can eat. He's hungry. Nah, bro. No.
It was tempting his human nature.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he was tempting him. In reality, he was physically hungry. Okay? He was physically hungry. But this is not the kind of battle that's going on. So the Bible tells us we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And then we're going to turn around and say, but this was a wrestle between flesh and blood. So is it a wrestle between flesh and blood or not? Huh? Is this a wrestle between flesh and blood? Or when the Bible says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, which one is true? And so here comes the smart Alex, that they can't see what I'm saying. So they're like, both are true. Well, how come you don't talk about the other side, which I'm breaking down right now? If both are true, why are you not talking about the other side? They think they're slick. Oh, we'll just say both are true. Bro, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Jesus is not wrestling against flesh and blood. This is a spiritual battle that's taking place, just like it was with Adam and Eve. It was a spiritual battle. Answer me this. Was everything physical in the beginning? These people who claim that they're so familiar with Scripture will lie to you and say, it's physical trees, physical fruit is physical. Okay, so the battle that was taking place from the beginning was a physical battle. This is the craziest thing, bro. It's the craziest thing. Absolutely not. From the beginning, it was a spiritual battle. And they'll only agree with that because it makes sense. They'll agree. Oh, yeah. Oh, but it was physical trees. I thought everything was physical. Well, it was. It was all physical and, spiritual. It's all the same. No. So he says, if you're the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. Command these stones to be made bread. 100% what's being brought up right now is for the law to be made the living bread, for the law. If you make the law the living bread, instead of you being the bread of life, make the law the bread of life. If you're the Son of God, they're like, no, that's not what it's talking about. Man, go read the Bible again and again, and you will see that the stony heart is going to be removed. The stony heart is going to be removed and replaced with the heart of flesh. Jesus is the heart of flesh. He's the heart of flesh. I hope I don't have to break all that down right now. I don't have time. But he's talking about making the law the bread of life. Just do that. You don't got to go through this. Just make the law be the bread of life. And they're like, no, he's talking about the physical stones there, and he's hungry. Oh my God, here we go again. You're still not understanding what hunger is talking about? You're still not understanding, don't eat. Don't eat from the tree. And now he's talking about Jesus eating, and because you're still in freaking Disneyland, you're still in the comic book, you think he's trying to get Jesus to eat. Physically. Oh man, bro. That's what I'm talking about. But that's the easy one, in my opinion. That's the easy one. We go to the second one. So Josiah, real quick, where does it say that Satan is taking Jesus in the first question? Or does that not start in the second? It's been a minute since I read it.
It's right here. Where does it say he's taking him in the...
Before the question, but before the question, is Satan... Okay, do you not recall Satan is taking Jesus places? Are you not recalling what's going on? Okay, so in the first question, is he taking him somewhere or not?
Oh, yeah. The first question, he was hungry, and it says, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be...
Okay, so he didn't take him. So he didn't take him. He didn't take him anywhere before the first question. All right.
No.
Okay, so the Spirit leads him to the desert, and he asks him this question. This is what he's telling him. He's tempting him with this, right? And by the way, Jesus is not white knuckling it. Jesus is not like us. Okay? If it was me 40 days and he's like, hey man, turn these freaking rocks to spaghetti, I'm dumb enough that I might be like, all right. Okay, so if you're not familiar what's going on here, 100%, there is something pointing to the story of Jacob and Esau. Do you understand? Pay attention to the rest of the Bible. Allow yourself to allow the Spirit to bring remembrance to the rest of the Bible. Anytime you're reading the Bible, allow it to go over there. It's okay. The Spirit wrote it. Don't be afraid. But what you see is you see the firstborn giving his inheritance away for a pot of beans. Here, you have the firstborn that's being tempted because he's hungry, right? Like Esau was, he was a hungered, it said. And he said, hey, just use your power and turn. Again, give me your inheritance for a pot of beans. But this is a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual inheritance, guys. This is not a physical inheritance like the story of Jacob and Esau. No, this is an inheritance of the Son, which is the kingdom. All right, let's move on. All right, so after that, Jesus gives him scripture. I'm not focused on the scripture right now. We are focused on what questions that Satan, like the way Satan is talking to him. All right, so after that, let's go, Josiah. We got to hurry up.
Name what? Jacob's name is deceiver.
No, let's not do that, bro. We can't do that right now. Hey, get to Satan taking Jesus to the next place. Hurry up.
All right, let's see. Then the devil taketh him up onto the holy city and sitteth him on a pinnacle of the temple.
All right, so he sits him at a pinnacle of the temple. He sits him on a high point. Not the highest point. We're not there yet, but he's at a high point. He's taking him to a high point. Okay? And he says, if thou be son of God, right, which is the same way he started the first question. He says, hey, cast thyself down, right? And he starts quoting Psalms 91. He goes, hey, cast thyself down. And just like, Psalms 91 says that he'll put his angels charge over thee and you won't even hit your toe. Just cast yourself. Huh? What?
You won't dash your foot against a rock.
Yeah, you won't. Okay, yeah, you won't dash your foot against a rock. Go ahead and fall down. Nothing will happen. So he takes him to a pinnacle, to a high point, and he says, just jump down. Now, how does Jesus respond? Thou shalt not what? Josiah, I need you to be on it.
And not tempt the Lord your God.
Yeah, that's what he says. Thou shalt not tempt thy Lord thy God. So you have people that will say, oh, well, see, Jesus was telling Satan that he was God and you're not supposed to tempt me. Right? That's you hear people say that. And then you have Jesus say this and they go, see, how could he be God if he has a God? This is what you'll have fools. If fools will talk about this. No. The soul and the spirit was in that body, but that body 100% came into this world to be as a man, which means on purpose. That body was to treat the Father as God, period, the end. Had to. That body had to respond to the Father the same way that the first Adam did. If Jesus would have said, well, I am God, I don't have to do that, my friend. Thank you for yielding to me the thing that I needed. Thank you. You are no longer as a man. You're no longer as a man. And Satan would have been sitting on the throne of God. So he said, if thou be the Son of God, if thou be the Son of God, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down and the angels will come charge over you. You won't even dash your foot on a stone. Go ahead, just jump down here. You'll be fine. If you're not paying attention, he's telling him that he can fall, which is what he's about to get to.
Unknown.
This is what he's about to get to. He's about to get to the jugular. This is all he wants them to do. He wants them to fall like the first Adam. Again, listen to the way he's talking. He goes, did God say that you really couldn't eat from the tree? Is that what he really said? Look, if thou be a son, listen, just turn the stones into bread. If thou be the Son of God, just cast yourself down and he'll put charge over you. So what we think we're hearing is that Satan is trying to get Jesus to commit suicide. Hey, just physically jump down off it. Look at, no. Satan is taking him higher and higher in pride. This goes all the way back to the tree when you're reading the story of Nebuchadnezzar. He's trying to get him to be a prideful tree. Guys, you have to use the rest of the story. The rest of the Bible. You have to use the rest of the Bible. Listen, he is a tree. Jesus is the tree, guys. He's the tree of life. But he's trying to get him in pride. What does the Bible say? After pride, what? A fall comes what?
Comes a fall, yeah.
Okay, so Adam and Eve fell because of pride. Saul of Tarsus was in pride, and there was going to be a fall. Okay. So he tells them, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. The body of Jesus, even though it is divine, God made sure that body was going to remain humble and stay as a man. So he tells Satan, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. He's saying, that is my God. That's what he's saying. That is what the physical body of Jesus is saying. No. I'm the begotten Son. That is the Father up there. I'm the soul and the spirit that dwells in the Father. But I came out of the bosom of the Father, and I am going to remain humbled, period. This is all a spiritual battle. This has nothing to do with Jesus on a cliff jumping down. It has nothing to do with any of that. He gets to the jugular here, and he says, all these things will I give thee. Now read where he takes them. Somebody read it. Before the third question, where does Satan take Jesus?
Says, and he taketh him up unto an exceedingly high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and all their glory.
Right. Now he takes him to an exceedingly high mountain. Satan's already in pride. So the high mountain that he took him to was from a position of authority, which that is what he got from the first Adam. So he already has, the authority of man. And that's his mountain. That's where he sits. But he wants to sit on God's mountain. But in order for him to sit on God's mountain, he first has to sit on a mountain. Angels do not have souls. Angels do not have authority. So when he got Adam to yield his authority to him, he took it. And when he took it, he was able to stand on the right side of the Father. This is why you see Satan in heaven, because he's standing in the position of the first Adam. So he says, all these things will I give thee if thou will fall down and worship me. This literally sounds like he's telling Jesus to fall down and say, okay, you're my new father. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying, give up the likeness that you came in and just become a man. That's all you got to do. Fall like the first Adam, and me and you can reign here forever. But if Jesus would have done that, that would have been God literally telling Satan, go ahead and sit on my mountain, and I will stay here on this one, which was the mountain that was given to Adam. So because God is a Adam, he would have the authority that the first Adam have if he would yield himself to Satan, and they would just stay in this earth and reign forever. And what did Jesus say? What did Jesus say?
Hale halila in Hebrew. God forbid. No, he said.
Someone read it real quick.
Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Yeah, only shalt thou serve. So he kept his head covered, even Jesus, to the Father. He kept his head covered. The word of God, right, which is himself, okay, but the point is, what was told for this body to do was to become the lamb sacrifice for mankind. And he could have easily did what we see everybody else in the Bible do. Get into the flesh and do it a different way. But that's not what he did. He kept the word of God. Abraham didn't keep the word of God. He hearkened to the voice of the woman. On and on, you can do this in the Bible where you see these men hearkening to the voice of the woman. All it's pointing to is that Jesus was going to come to an opportunity where he was going to have to say, I am going to submit myself to this tabernacle, this temple, which is Christ, and I am going to stay in the likeness of fallen man, in the likeness, and not become a fallen man. He could have easily became a fallen man by allowing Satan to sit on his mountain, and the Adam that he was would have took the position that this is where he had him. The exceedingly high mountain is Adam's mountain, except he's sitting there in pride. Adam wasn't sitting on the high mountain of the earth, which is the authority, the position of authority. Adam was not sitting there in pride. He was sitting there because God gave it to him. So I went through that pretty quick. I highly recommend you go study that out so you can see it for yourself. And it is now 3:00. I definitely have to go. I'm going to play the song. If somebody got something to say? Say it now. I'm going to play the song before we go because I know there was only about 3 or 4 people that didn't hear it. Josiah, you got something to say?
No, that was really good. I'm going to go study that, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm going to play this song real quick.
Black letters on the white pages, but they don't see them. But the shadows are their brightest day, but to them they are dim. As a teacher, it's easy to get others to see, but as a hater, all you can do is ridicule me. Well, I command those blind eyes to see, those deaf ears to hear, and that dumb mouth to speak. Clearly in the past 20 years, it hadn't said a thing. Many will say, Lord, Lord, in that great day. But you better have the right gift if you want to stay. Jesus will do the same to you as he did to them on the road to amendments. Starting from Moses through the prophets, he will open the scriptures concerning himself. Will your heart burn then? The answer is no, your chances now. Moses and the prophets are speaking now. Become Descaled before it's too late. You're swimming in the sea with the king of pride. Trust me, it's not a fun ride. Your heart has been dry for too long. Let the net of God pull you from this dead sea before the hook of God dams you stay. The choice is yours. Allow the love of God to pull you out with no doubt. Submerged into this living water. You will start off as a toddler. Watch the transformation take place as the tree of life comes alive inside of you. Now your belly no longer filled with dust. Rather rivers of living water. Then you become weaned as your disciple. As a teacher, you will now see what it's like to receive hate as Jesus did, receiving revelation from spirit causes even your brothers in Christ to mock. Don't believe for a second you were any different than your brother Joseph. He spoke revelation, his own brethren laughed and mocked. Don't forget about Cain, Abel. One was hated and murdered. Don't get it twisted, your own brethren are doing the same, but Satan is to blame. Don't forget it, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It is the king of pride who is to blame. After these things, love becomes easy. Use this energy to open the scriptures, cause people's hearts to burn. Make disciples be the tree of life. Take the land, remove the sand. Every belly is yours to fill with that living water. Take the sword in the left hand and play that harp like you in a band. Utilizing God's hand, that rod of God. That's right, the rod of God. Who was in Moses' hand, who was sent to free God's people from the land. Moses did no miracles, it was the rod in his hand. Look back at the 10 plagues, were because of the rod. Think back to the Red Sea. Moses was in fear and crying. He went to God, forgetting what was in his hand. God's response was simple. Why you crying to me? Take the rod, the Red Sea split. Over and over again, the rod proved itself to be the authority of God. The vipers came, it was the brazen serpent on the rod that became the aim. Joshua only won the battle because the rod was lifted up once again. When Christ came, he said all authority was given to him. Did he have a rod? He was the rod who was sent to free God's people from the land. Here once again, so disciple, take a stand. Have no fear, gird thy loins like a man. After the death, burial, and resurrection, iron rod was given to you. Like Moses, it's not you that does the miracles. It's the iron rod in your hand. Now go, open the blind eyes, open the deaf. Make the lame walk and the dumb to speak. Be bold, you are no longer weak. Now go. Make disciples in all the nations. Don't waste time arguing about philosophy and titles. Use the iron rod to understand the Bible. Open the scriptures, allow God to show you be told don't settle for less. You have been given authority from the best. Now go. Now go.
All right. All right. Guys, if anybody has anything to say, say it now or forever hold your peace. Anybody? Anything?
I don't care about none of your questions. Tomorrow I'm going over Joel chapter 30.
Hey, you got a phone call and we're just sitting here. Josiah's like, hey, I got one.
Yeah, we were going to go over it today.
Here we go. I want everybody to pay attention. Here goes Christian. I got to do it. Christian, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. Y'all see Christian? Not too secular. Christian, this is what I'm talking about. You don't pay attention, bro. This is how I know you didn't pay attention to your mom as much as you're claiming, bro. You're a mama's boy, no doubt. But Christian, I said the podcast theme song. I don't want it to be too secular. The podcast theme song. Does anybody remember me saying that? That I'm talking about the podcast theme song. So everybody heard me, but Christian tries to come in here being passive aggressive, not too secular. Bro, all the music that's going to be on iTunes or Spotify, some of them are going to sound very secular because we'll take sound from it, but the words will be of God. I was talking about the podcast theme song, and everybody else here knows that's what I was talking about. Foot in the mouth.
Could I put them in timeout for 5 minutes?
No, we're about to.
I got something for him.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day.
Every time, it just never fails. I don't know, Bait. You said something up here. I didn't see. I just got here. Christian, a better reason not to respond, not to say nothing, bro. Fill the room, bro. All right. Yeah, listen to the words. That was giving glory to God. Oh, okay. Yeah, 100%, bro. It's stuff that I talk about on Descaled, bro. I'm just, everything's about to be a song. Like, I ain't playing. Like, I mean, if y'all heard me talk for 4 hours, so just imagine the song being 4 hours long and then break all that. How many? I don't know. That's like, that's like freaking 200 songs, like just in one live, honestly. Yeah. So that song is, as soon as I can, I'm going to try to find out if we can put it on iTunes or Spotify and how long it's going to take. If it's going to take a minute, like to actually get the paperwork done or whatever, then yeah, I'll upload it to YouTube and I'll upload it on TikTok. I'll either make a video over it or it just be the song itself. Who said God don't like rap? Read the Psalms. Okay. All right, guys. God bless. We're out. We will see y'all in the morning.